Alexios retreated through Anatolia. An army of Seljuks followed him and harassed his army. They killed hundreds of Alexios' men. Thinking they had Alexios trapped, the Seljuks moved in on what seemed to be easy prey. But, as the Seljuks were marching, their commander heard a horn blow. Romanos arrived. Guiscard commanded hundreds of knights from across Europe. They charged the Seljuk ranks. The allied Christian army slaughtered thousands of Seljuks. News of what became known as the Battle of Sebastea spread quickly. Bader's army panicked when they heard about the defeat. The officers begged Bader to call off the rapid invasion of Anatolia, and instead proceed slowly. Bader refused. He convinced his officers that the Romans and their allies could be defeated easily. He ordered his men to pillage and burn several towns in order to lure Romanos into battle. Romanos had a huge army led by his right-hand men, Nikephoros, Andronicus, and Alexios, as well as the European statesmen King Guiscard, Duke Robert of Normandy, and Count William of Toulouse. Together, this allied Christian army numbered 110,000, including over 1,000 of the best knights from Europe. 8 years of constant war had taken their toll on the Romans, and after hearing of the raids on Anatolian towns, Romanos was eager to give battle as soon as possible. He ordered his men to march towards Bader. The two armies met outside the great city of Caesarea. Nikephoros led the bulk of the army's infantry in the center. Romanos took personal command of the Varangian Guard. He placed the bulk of the knights under the command of Guiscard on his left flank. On his right flank, Alexios and Andronicus took charge of the Roman cavalry. Bader began the battle by ordering some of his horsemen to march into exposed positions, hoping the Romans would take the bait. Andronicus was eager to claim glory again, just as he had done before at Manzikert. Andronicus charged forward. Before long, Andronicus and his cavalry were surrounded on nearly all sides by Seljuk horse archers. As Alexios rushed to save Andronicus, an arrow struck Alexios' leg, preventing him from rescuing Andronicus. Bader and his soldiers then charged against the exposed Romans. The Romans were outflanked. Nikephoros urged his men to stand their ground, personally joining the fighting. In the ensuing melee, Nikephoros slew countless Fatimids, terrifying the battlefield with his wrath. However, Nikephoros was slain by a Seljuk arrow. Upon hearing of Nikephoros' death, the Roman infantry broke and retreated. Before long, Bader routed most of the Christian army. Andronicus barely managed to flee with his life. Romanos then fled further into Anatolia.